Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly affirmation for the week of December 2nd to December 8th. I'm Stella from Vita Magica Alchemy. So this is actually my second time recording this. I already shuffled the deck and chose a card, so unfortunately you guys won't get to see me do that this time. It was a good card that I chose, so I didn't want to shuffle again. So for this week, I'm still working with the Gift of the Goddesses card affirmation deck. And for this week, we have the Goddess of Illumination, which is a mind card. And I am flexible and can adapt to the challenges of our modern age. Use this gift when information overload, constant change, and other aspects of the rapid pace of modern life threaten to overwhelm you. Modern conveniences have eliminated the cushion of time necessary to properly absorb and consider information and concepts. To achieve true knowledge and wisdom, you must take time each day for quiet reflection. So this is a great card. We're in the middle of holiday season. People are rushing around. There's a lot to do. People are out shopping, cooking, preparing for guests, friends and family. Some of us aren't doing any of that, but it tends to be a really busy time of year for people, and especially now, everything we live in an age where, like Amazon Prime, we want everything within a day or two. We expect things to happen instantly. We want instant gratification. Our patience is getting lower and lower. We're constantly attached to a screen. I know that lately this is something that has been bothering me. I can tell it's starting to affect me as I feel like I'm either always sitting in front of a computer or always in front of my phone, and that screen time is starting, like I feel it in my head where I'm just like mindlessly scrolling. I'm getting lost. I'm not really absorbing or learning anything valuable. It's just image after image. There's other ways that I could be spending my time that would be more productive. So also, so this is good. Use this information overload. That's something I think we all have. Constant change. So this time of the year, there could be a lot of things going on. I know right now my dad is in the hospital and we have our cats, his cat staying with us. So, there's always stuff happening, stuff we need to learn how to go with the flow and not allow ourselves to be overwhelmed and be able to be flexible when things pop up and changes happen without, freaking out or letting it, change everything. So, this is good. So this week, it would be good to just take the time to, we're in the midst of all this busyness, to just take time and reflect, before you go out and do all your Christmas shopping. Maybe sit down and be really mindful about what you're buying for people, where you're getting your gifts. And I'm sorry, I said Christmas. It's such a terrible habit. I'm not even a Christmas person, but anyway, if you're out buying gifts or anything, so many people are so quick to just go to the mall or just buy something off of Amazon. But let's stop and think this holiday season. Where are our products coming from? Who's making them? Is the person making them being paid fair labor wages? Do they have a healthy and safe work environment? Are we just buying cheap stuff that isn't fair trade, isn't fair labor? What are we giving to people? Are we really being conscious of where we're putting our money and where we're putting our energy? Because that's really important. Are we supporting small businesses? Are we shopping local? Are we being conscious of our eco footprint of, are we just buying plastic toys that are going to end up in the trash can, in a couple weeks when our child is tired of playing with it? So this is a really good time of year to sit and reflect, take some time out of all the busyness and the chaos, and just really reflect about how you're living and what's going on. And know that you don't have to get caught up. Just because it's the holiday season doesn't mean you have to get wrapped up. I know for me, my circumstances are a little different year after year. I have less family, less obligations, less things, less people. So, I don't have many people that I need to go out and buy gifts for. I've chosen, when I do gifts, I like to do homemade, handmade, buy local. Um, but I've just been really learning how to not stress out. Things will get done. The to-do list will get done, and you don't need to put pressure on yourself. You don't need to stress. Um, I've actually been getting really good about delegating tasks to other people. Normally, I feel like, oh, I got to run here, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I'll spend an entire day driving around running errands, hardly getting anything accomplished. So I've learned to start asking other people to help. Maybe run my errands for me, or help out around the house. So, um, anything you can to just, de-stress and not get so caught up in the chaos that's happening this time of year. So, all right. So, the important message: I am flexible and can adapt to the challenges of our modern age. Great affirmation for the month of December. So, we're going to do a quick little Reiki session and we'll get started. All right, so I'm just going to get started by smudging our space and clearing out any negative energies that are surrounding us in our space to help clear out our auras. So remember, our affirmation for this week is I am flexible and can adapt to the challenges of our modern times. All right, so we're going to focus on remaining flexible. I have a few crystals here for us to work with. So since we were talking about challenges in modern times, on the go, use of computers, always being on our cell phones. So it's good to have some stones that are good for EMF protection, which is electromagnetic frequencies that come off of our electronics. Black Tourmaline and Hematite are really good protective stones to help protect against the electromagnetic currencies that are surrounding us on a regular basis. So maybe just keep them by your computer, keep them in your purse or your pocket with your cell phone. Just use them throughout the day to help protect you. So we're also, we're going to work with malachite. So, sorry. Malachite is a good stone when it comes to having new experiences and transitions. So it's good for reminding us to turn over a new leaf. So maybe, and that it's time for a change. So maybe this week we're gonna learn how to slow down a little bit. Maybe we're not going to rely on our electronics as much. Maybe we're going to put the phone away more, turn off some of our apps, maybe not mindlessly scroll, put more thought into things. Maybe the change is just learning how to go with the flow and not stressing out, just being more flexible. It helps remove any emotional blockages you might be having. So this is it's also good for healing any emotional wounds. And then similar to that, we have Labradorite, which is known as the stone of transformation. And this will help you flourish during transitions and times of change. And it'll help you with any fears you might be carrying, help you with confidence. Oh, and I also have a piece of lapidolite too for protecting us against any kind of negative energies from electronics, things like that. This is good too if you're like running around, running errands. We're always in front of some type of machine or electronic. And then also I pulled out just a piece of Rhodochrosite to help with self-love and emotional healing, help you with any traumas or anything that you might be going through. So, I mean, this is such a super stressful time of the year. It's really good and really important to remember self-love, to be taking care of ourselves. We're always so worried about others this time of year, which is great, but it's important for us to focus on ourselves as well and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. We're not stressing ourselves out or running ourselves ragged, and we're taking time for us too. So, right, we'll get started. Just clear out your aura, clear out space around you. Just help remove any of the energies that doesn't belong to us, that's standing in our way. To really help clear out these energies, especially EMF frequencies, things that don't belong to us. Just help put a barrier, a shield of protection around us too when we're dealing with everything this time of the year. So I'm just gonna picture bright white glowing light coming down from the universe and covering us completely, surrounding us, and just giving us a field of protection, keeping us safe, blocked off from negative energies. Focus a little bit on the root chakra just to help us feel safe and secure, feel that we are capable of adapting and remaining flexible and going with the flow and dealing with any changes that life brings to us. Sorry about the trash truck. Just help us remain flexible and open, allow us to feel safe and secure while we deal with changes and transitions. Also, just help us feel financially secure while we're dealing with the holidays. Move energy up into the sacral chakra, where we'll just give some healing energy to ask us to remain creative in our decision making, creative in our ways of dealing with problems, dealing with change. Think of creative ways of dealing and coping. Move the energy up to our solar plexus. Help give us the confidence that we need, the motivation, the courage to deal with anything that might come our way, to allow us to believe we are perfectly capable of handling change and transitions, that we can adapt. Move that energy up into our hearts, where we can remain open, keep our hearts open and full of love, so that we can face any type of adversity, any type of change, any challenge, anything that's happening in our lives. Just face it with love. Stress, fast pace, just going. Help keep our hearts open, allow us to fill ourselves with love, allow us to just calm down, take a moment to think things through, not to just rush, to be more mindful about the decisions that we make. Really think about things. Let's start getting really honest and sincere about our values and what's important to us before we react. Move up to our throat chakra. Help us during these times of challenges to speak kindly to ourselves and to one another, especially in busy parking lots, driving around in traffic. Remember, standing in line, just remember to speak kindness. And move up to our third eye, where we can trust our intuition to guide us through these times. Allow ourselves to remain open to diving into our inner wisdom, our inner knowing, and up and out through the crown. Okay, just ask to close out this Reiki session. Allow us to remain protected and open to being flexible and adapting to any changes or challenges that come up for us. So it is. All right, guys, I will see you next week.